Hello and welcome. This is Super Skills. In this video, I'm going to show you how we can use the if function in Microsoft Excel. The if function is one of the most important logical functions in Microsoft Excel. The if function can be used to perform logical operations, that is, to test if a particular condition is true. If it is true, you can ask the computer to perform a certain task or operation, and if it is false, you can be able to do something else. In fact, you can even use the if function to be able to perform some programming in Excel. So, what are we waiting for? Let's dive in and see how to use the if function.
So, as you can see on the screen, this example is for a school, and you can see the names of the students, though these are imaginary names, and we have the score for maths, English, biology, and the total and average scores are also displayed. But the task before us here is to see how we can display the remark. So this is where we have to use the if function, and for us to do that, we need to have the conditions. What condition are we going to use for the if function? So this is the condition here. If the average mark is less than 50, then the remark will be failed. So failed will be displayed in the remark section. Otherwise, remark should display passed. Now let's go back to the worksheet. As you can see, this if function is based on this average. So if the average score is less, what we're going to have in the remark will be failed. Which means that these ones here will show passed because they are more than 50, but this should show failed since it is less than 50. So when it is 50 or more, it will be passed in the remark. So the next thing we do now is to enter the if function. As usual, we'll enter the equal sign and then we'll type the if function. So that's it. So we can see clearly here, we have the equal sign if, then we have I5. So I5 represents the average, because average here is in I5, and that is why we have to put I5 here. If it is less than 50, then that is why we have the comma. That's as if you are programming. If you can still remember basic programming for those who did that in the past. So this comma stands as for then. So then display failed. So that is the first condition. But if it is not otherwise, it should display passed. So that's what we have there. And by the time we press the enter key, what are we going to have? That's it. So since this 63 is more than 50, it's showing us passed. Now, what about the remark for the other students? How do we go about it? So what we'll do is to copy the formula. We are copying this formula and not this passed. As place the mouse pointer on the fill handle, then you click and drag. So that's it. So you can see that 63 is passed, 50 is passed, but 32.6 is showing failed, 82 is showing passed. And that's how it works for the others. If you want, you can also decide to approximate these numbers for average. You select, and then you come to decrease decimal. So you can decrease the decimal. So it's now approximated. So if you have learned how to use the if function, give this video a thumbs up. And for more of these videos, don't forget to subscribe to this channel so that you can get updates when new videos comes out. So keep watching, and I will see you in the next video.